everyone. Welcome back to our channel. This is another episode and another review of Drama Log. This is Sunny from Drama Log, and with me I have Sana. Hello, Sana. How you doing?
Hey, assalamualaikum everyone. I'm here. I'm eating chips right now, so excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, just a quick check. Is the volume better now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome. Yes. So today this is a unique episode. In this episode we will be talking about two new dramas that we're watching individually. And
Yeah.
so Meri Tanhai is a new drama that Sana has been watching, and she would like to share her views about it. And I'm watching a new drama on ARY called Dastak, which Sana hasn't watched yet. So I'm trying to see if I can convince Sana.
Yeah, we're just basically like we both started watching a drama each, and now we're kind of wondering if we can convince each other. So let's see who wins.
Yes, exactly.
I will start.
Yeah, sure.
Sana will start, okay?
Yes.
So Meri Tanhai is about stars this family. It's kind of like, well, initially it was a little complicated. So there's Azan Sami Khan in the drama, Kubra Khan. Then there's Armina. I love her. She's back after so many years. And then there's Sayed Jabran, and I love him too. And then there's a bunch of other people. Let me check who the writer and directors are.
Uh-huh.
So basically the story starts off with, it kind of goes back and forth, in the present and future. And, it is, let me just check who the director is. I don't know if we can find it or not, but let me just check. Anyways, I'll update you guys later in a little bit. So basically, the story is about, Azan Sami Khan. He's, engaged to his cousin, and he wants to go to UK to study further, and then he finally convinces his parents, and he comes to UK, and his parents were like hesitant, and because they've had a history in the past, like in their family, that Sayed Jabran, his character's name is Ali, I think.
Uh-huh.
He is he went to UK to study as well, and then he fell in love with this girl, who is half Indian and half white. And she converted to Islam. She became a Muslim, and then he married her, and then he came back, to Pakistan. We don't know exactly what happened because like their stories come in, we're seeing his story, in bits and pieces as flashbacks.
And who's he again? Is it the father?
So basically he is, Azan's, Chacha.
Oh, Chacha. Okay.
And so something happened in the family, and that's how it was. I'm not sure exactly what happened. They haven't revealed that. And then Kubra is his daughter, actually, Armina's daughter.
Okay. And this Chacha now lives in Pakistan and has his own family in Pakistan.
And we don't see Armina now with Kubra.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was only in the flashbacks with Sayed Jabran.
Okay. And then like Azan's character, is he engaged to Gibran's daughter or no?
No. He's engaged to Jabran. Never got married again.
Oh, he never. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. So he basically is he's engaged to his mom. Oh my God, it's so complicated. His Popo's daughter.
Okay. Okay, so Gibran is like a spinster, and he just lives there in Pakistan.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, like he never probably never divorced that girl either. So he's just living alone, really like feeling, bad for himself. I don't know why, but that's
And
how he.
does Kubra know him?
No. Kubra just knows that like he has that she has a Pakistani father who left her mom.
Okay.
And that's why she does not like Pakistanis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we have that girl too. Like I really like that girl who's also in Ishq La. I don't know if you remember that girl. Gosh, she was also in Pehli Se Mohabbat. Zainab, who plays Zainab.
You know, I haven't seen both of them.
Okay, so she's Kubra's sort of aunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you know what I love about this drama, Kubra's name is Mariam,
Hmm.
which is
Oh,
my one daughter's name,
yeah.
and Armina changes her name to Aisha when she becomes Muslim,
Oh,
and that's my
second
other daughter.
daughter. Oh,
So I've
okay.
got yeah, it's just Mariam and Aisha. They're both my favorite names and my daughter's names.
Oh,
So and so I'm loving the chemistry between Armina and Sayed Jabran, and their characters are amazing. I look forward more to their flashbacks than the current couple in current times.
okay. So Kubra doesn't like Pakistani. So then when she meets Azan, I'm guessing they dislike each other or
Yeah, so yes, so things did not go right, but then eventually they did. She started softening towards him.
okay. So we've
Yeah.
reached a stage like it's been like what, 6, 7 episodes or
Yeah, so we're already like all through all of that. All of that has happened. Like
okay.
they've shown all of that, so it's not like a slow pace or anything.
But but
Um,
but
they've
do they know that they're related to each other yet?
no, 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 not yet.
Not
No.
yet. Okay. Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So she's never met her father. So
Okay.
in the latest flashbacks, they show that Gibran Ali, he gets married to Armina Aisha,
Uh-huh.
and they have a daughter, and that's it. Like that's all he remembers, and then he remembers that that his daughter is probably like as old as her niece, or as his own niece.
Okay.
And so he starts crying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But I like Gibran so much.
yeah, he's really good.
Very good actor.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's a
And
doctor
Armina
too,
too.
right?
I'm loving it. I'm loving Armina. Like she's like that perfect girl, like who's half white, half desi, and convert.
Yeah. But she's not there in Kubra's current life, so she passed
Not. I
away.
mean, I don't. Yeah, not. They haven't shown her. So
Okay.
either she's died or I
Yeah.
don't know what happened.
Yeah. So you only see her in flashbacks.
Yeah.
Got
But
you.
Jabran, we see him in current life, like current times.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So,
then, it's really funny. Like they show Armina's parents, like her mom is Indian and her dad is white, and they're like Islamophobes.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
This is what happened to their daughter potentially.
So, well, no, this was before their
Oh.
daughter. Yeah, like they're like, why are you meeting him? Like,
Oh,
when you see Islamophobes, like that's exactly what they're.
okay. Are they Islamophobes or they're just like,
They're like racist too, probably, and
don't
then
need
yeah,
Pakistan, someone from Pakistan kind of.
like they just hate like Muslim in general.
Okay. Oh,
So they
okay.
are Islamophobes, yeah.
But one thing is interesting is like whenever I've heard stories of like a Hindu converting to Islam, a girl, the name that they always pick is Aisha.
Really?
Yes. Like Sharmila
Hmm.
Tagore is a great example, Aisha.
Oh, she is?
Um,
I did not know that.
yeah, and there's rumor that Hema Malini did the same, like, and apparently her
Really?
name is also Aisha. That's a
Oh.
rumor, but Sharmila Tagore is a fact. And then I've heard a few other cases as well. Even in some of Indian movies, and we've seen that conversion happen, and the name they picked is Aisha.
Acha. I've also seen Fatima too.
Yeah. Oh, Fatima. Oh, okay, okay. I mean, I guess this is Aisha is like it's Islamic name, but it's very well accepted in the Hindu as a Hindu name as well for some reason. So I have friends who are Hindu, but they are also named Aisha.
Yes, I know. Aisha is also like a black name too. And so is Fatima. Fatima and Khadija, I think, are the two names that are also very common in blacks. And
Okay.
then Omar too. Omar.
Yeah, Umar. We call it Umar, and Umar is also a Hindu name, and
And Omar is also like a Hispanic name and a black name.
that is true. Yes. Oh, yeah. Omar is very common in blacks. I've heard that too.
Yeah, and they say Fatima and Khadija.
Okay.
So those are very common, and Latifa is also common in blacks.
Latifa is, yes. Yes.
So those are all like Arab names actually.
Actually,
So
Latifa I haven't heard much in the South Asian community.
yeah, they do. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah. Cool, Latifa, yeah. So are you liking, do you want to recommend it or?
Yes, I mean, I would totally recommend. Like, there were so many positives in this drama. Like, they show that the girl, like, her conversion and how she converted, and like, there are no like associated stereotypes, in like how they show Muslims. Nothing like that. There's an aunt, like, the man who actually converted her and did her nikah. He has a daughter, who doesn't always, like, she used to wear hijab, but now she doesn't as an aunt. So she took it off, but there was no like mention of it. Like, it was, cause sometimes people do take it off and, it's their choice. That's fine. But there was no, mention of it. So it was very like taken normally. Like, it was very normalized, and I like that. And even then, even though like she converted, and so she did not wear hijab either. And some people who convert don't wear hijab all the time either, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we have seen Sharmila Tagore, she never wore hijab. So.
yeah. So I mean, so it's like normalized, like, because in movies we show like the person going like this way, that way, and that happens in real life too. Like Fatima Fang, like she started wearing hijab, but some people don't, and that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So I like that. And then like the story is good. Armina and Gibran are amazing together. Their chemistry is amazing, and I love Armina. Kubra is okay. She's good. Azan, he's a little better than his previous one, but I'm not. I don't know. I just
I really don't like Azan, and that's part of the reason why I never started watching because I like Kubra a lot, but then she was not a pull enough for me to watch the show. So I was like, And then I didn't hear good reviews about the couple chemistry, like Azan and Kubra's chemistry. So I was like, maybe not. But so,
no, their chemistry is much better, like Gibran and Armina, and it's amazing. With Azan, like I've watched his other show Ishq-e-La, and I love that drama. Okay, but like seriously, I wish like he was better. He was better at acting at that time, or or there was somebody else.
gotcha.
Because he did suit the role, like as a personality, as a for the character, but like sometimes like he missed a lot of facial expressions that were needed for that character,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Even like there's this new show, right? Hum Dono or something. So I kind of like watched a few of the reels or shorts, and there's no expression on his face. Like, so I'm like, I really don't like, and I wonder why he gets like such big projects with big, big names, all the time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then honestly, like his Ishq-e-La was only watchable, like, or it was really good. It was like one of my, one of the dramas that I really recommend, because of Sajal and
Yeah,
Yumna.
yeah, of course. And for me, I have to like the pair, and then only I'll watch. That's just the way I am. So since I
So
don't,
like I said, like the Yumna covers up for him.
yeah,
That drama.
and Sajal. I mean, you have two
And Sajal does
powerhouses
too.
there. It can't go wrong. And typically they have good choice of scripts. The script has to be good too. So he was just like a prop in the show. Well,
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, Umna and Sajjal, they're both powerhouses, right? So, and, Sami Khan was probably a prop in the show. They just wanted a male lead, and that's what he was, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, but I still enjoyed that drama, and I'm enjoying this one too. Like Cobra, they're not that bad, and he can improve. Like I can see that
Okay.
he can get better. Like if he takes some classes, a little bit of polishing to do, and he does. People do get better. We've seen a lot of the other
Oh,
actors.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Like, Salman Khan is a great example.
I mean, Salman Khan to like, no, really?
Yeah, I mean,
He
he
got
himself
worse.
says, like, I was terrible. But then from there to Tiger, the people you
Come on,
see there.
when you see Maine Pyar Kiya,
Yeah.
he was good. Like, what was wrong with it?
Good in his in a new way, but then he himself admits like I was
Oh.
terrible, right? You know.
I think Osama said that one like I don't know why I was listening to one of his interviews recently. He's like, I say to my family and my friends like पहले मैं टीवी पे आता हूँ अब मैं एक्टिंग करता हूँ like, पहले मैं टीवी पे सिर्फ टीवी पे आता था अब मैं एक्टिंग करता
He's
हूँ.
actually right. Like, I think he's a director's artist. Even now, he's got 3 shows on air. 2 of them was terrible. Like, his performance was not that good either.
Which ones?
He had Gair and Sun Mere Dil on air, right? And then
गैर I did not गैर की अच्छी थी performance I think a little better
decent enough, but not like.
in the middle. It's like a one, two, three, like, but then yeah, he is a director's actor for
Yes, he
sure.
is. He's become a director's actor. Yeah. Ishq
So
Jalebi was one of his earliest ones that I've seen, where he was very, very bland, and he was
कौन सी
portrayed
वाली? Which one?
Ishq Jalebi.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा.
He was just turning in his dialogues. And then the other problem I had with that show was like he was shown to be a guy who moved from Canada. He was born and brought up in
And
Canada.
he did not have that accent.
Not at all. And he's saying Urdu with like the typical Pakistani Urdu, right? So as opposed to there was another girl in the show. She was shown to come from America. She at least tried to put on an accent in her Urdu as well as in her English. But Osama was blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, I can't. You are a guy from Lahore, for all I know. So,
So yeah. Well, I don't know what I was gonna say.
okay, so why did we go to Osama? We have to stick to the
Oh,
script.
I think
Meri
I
Tanhai.
heard something about Ahadra Zamir as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. People are complaining that like that his Urdu isn't अच्छी नहीं है, like or his pronunciation is not good in that drama meme. But I think it is. I don't find anything wrong with it. What about you?
Uh, you know the. I feel like he doesn't speak like a native Urdu speaker.
Uh-huh.
Like if you
Really?
hear his
I don't
dialogue,
find anything. Like I don't even catch anything.
no, to me it sounds I can't really pinpoint where what is the problem, but when I hear his dad speaking and him speaking, he doesn't come across as the native Urdu speaker, right? So
Acha. Okay.
and I have heard his reviews during the Yakin Ka Safar days, his not review, sorry, his own interview, where he has himself admitted that I have to work on my
Yeah, because he was like raised in Canada. That's fine. But I
yeah.
mean, I
Like
don't
his
like
brother,
as
his
a
brother speaks like
वो
completely.
तो है totally, so for me, I guess I don't catch it because I see it all the time here.
Yes, yeah,
So
that's
for
why
me,
it
it's like
doesn't
really
like,
normal.
it doesn't hurt our ears as much. But then, like people who are native Urdu speaker, like for us, for example, he was agreeing, right? Like yes, his Urdu is not as native stuff.
Oh, really? Like, I don't know. Like for me, it was fine.
Yeah, for us, I mean, for me as well, right? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
I was
I'm
like,
not good
that's
in
fine.
Hindi. I can't
I'm like,
even
it's really good
comment.
Urdu, and I said like, I'm really like, it's really good Urdu. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely improved a lot. Like
Yeah,
but he himself had admitted at one
but
point.
the Armina ki to isliye buri hai, if you
Oh,
see
is it?
her.
I mean, I personally am no one who should be commenting because my Hindi and Urdu is horrible, right?
Yeah,
So I should not be commenting on
that's
anybody.
mine. Mine's not good.
Yeah,
Well, mine's good actually.
but if you're being critic as a for an actor, then in his own admission he's said that it's bad.
Yeah. But like
And
he's not shown as a person who's living in like in Lahore, like inner Lahore or inner city Lahore. Like he's shown as a person who's probably educated outside,
he is,
who's a
yeah,
little bit
yeah,
I mean he has a huge house, so he probably like goes abroad a lot or
right.
went to study there too. So
Right, exactly. And when he's speaking English, it's like, you can tell he's from abroad, right? His
oh yeah,
English
yeah.
is
So I'm
good.
like, yeah, I catch that Canadian accent
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, it's there. Whereas when Usama speaks English as a foreign educated person, it
No, no, no,
doesn't
no. So
sound.
yeah, there's no Canadian accent or American
Yeah.
accent there.
Same with like Bilal Abdullah when he's speaking English.
वो कौन है? बिलाल अब्दुल्ला कौन है?
Bilal Abdullah, Sun Mere Dil,
Oh, अच्छा.
right? I mean, even if you've grown up in Pakistan but you always go to this, convent schools, right? You're educated in those high-end schools where your English becomes high-end. Like, Hamza's English is like, very, very proper, right? So
British.
pronunciations are proper, right? Although there's a Lahori tone to it, but it's still proper.
Yeah, there's this accent to it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can catch it.
Yeah, but it's not like, and he will not mispronounce stuff. But then Bilal
Wait,
Abdullah,
Wahad should not. Wahad Ali, I'm sorry, but he should not be playing.
Ali Ansari does not. Oh, his English is really good.
Oh, his is fine. Like I think he was raised in Saudi.
Saudi, yes, and
Yeah.
Wahaj you can tell not that good.
Oh my gosh, Wahad should not be playing someone like rich
Oh, hands
personality.
down. Even Maya, you remember?
Oh, Maya does not. Oh my gosh, she should not either,
She
man.
should
She
not.
was horrible.
Maya, Yumna, they should not
Yumna should not. I don't know why Yumna, but like, even though like her family's here, she comes here all the time.
She comes here, right? But she came here. She moved here at an older age, right? Much older.
Hmm.
It's hard to pick up accent when you're that old. When you move that old age.
Yeah, I guess.
Very few people can do it. And like I have my cousin who moved here at 21. When he speaks, you can tell that he's not Native American. Like he's like not. I mean, it says like he's not brought up in America.
So what about me? Like, can you tell like that I was not born here?
No, no.
Acha.
But you have the classic Californian accent, they say, which is like desi version of American accent.
I have a classic Californian accent.
Yeah. So if you hear California kids,
Yeah, I know. It's like a valley girl.
yeah, exactly. So you have that. Like you are American, but you are not like Caucasian American accent.
Yeah, because like my friend in high school and college was like she had that valley girl too.
Yeah,
She was a valley girl.
yeah. Like when my kids speak, they can tell like when their Caucasian friends are speaking and when they're speaking, you can tell the difference clearly.
Yeah.
Similarly, when the Asian kids are speaking, I've seen second generation Asians also. They have a classic accent.
Even in like Arabs, like they're like raised here and they have an American accent. You can tell like it's an American accent, but then there is like sometimes like there are some words in between that you can say, oh yeah, like you are
Yeah,
Arab, you know?
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love that versatility, the different
For sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
gives you the character.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're at maybe yeah. I totally recommend it. I mean, I think people should watch it. It's good. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Mariam and Aisha too. So in that drama. So
Yeah, yes, okay.
so
So
go ahead. Why don't you so are you convinced?
I'm gonna give it a go for sure.
Okay, perfect. Go. You go now. Dastak.
So the new drama is Dastak. It's a new drama on AirY. They have, I think, released 5 episodes so far. And this drama is directed by Marina Khan, and the writer is Sarwat Nazir. And the main leads are Sohai Ali Abro, who's playing a girl called Kiran. There's Firoz Qadri. He's playing this boy called Saif. And then there's Ali Raza, which is apparently the latest heartthrob of Pakistani dramas. He's playing a guy called Moez. And so the story is about this girl, Kiran, who's a very young girl. She's about to graduate from her university and she's getting married. Although she personally wanted to have a career, but her dad, who's the patriarch of the family and a dominating personality, he does not want her to pursue a career. He wants her to get married. And they found a good match for him. So that's Saif, or Firoz Qadri's character. And he happens to be the son of Kiran's mom's best friend. So she's Busra Ansari actually. She's the prospective mother-in-law. Now on Saif's side, the story unfolds that Saif's mom is Busra Ansari and his dad is Shabir Jan, and they both want him to get married. But Saif himself likes this girl from his colleague actually, and he's desperate to marry her, and her name is Faryal, but his family doesn't like her at all, and they want him to marry Kiran. Because they think she's a very nice girl and she's very accomplished and she's the best fit for their family. So they imposes this on Saif and refuses to accept Faryal as their bride. So Saif is in this mindset that he loves this girl and doesn't want and has promised her a future, and he feels very conflicted that he is like being disloyal to her. But at the same time, his parents kind of emotionally blackmail him to marry Kiran, who's Sohai Ali Bro. So he's very dissatisfied and he doesn't want to go through the marriage. He puts up a lot of fight, but he eventually has to kind of like succumb to their blackmailing. And he has a sister. She has come from abroad to attend the wedding, and she comes to know about this. And she's very supportive of Saif, and she encourages Saif to fight for himself and his love. And when he fails to do that, she's like, now that you've made up your mind, you have to follow through in your relationship with Kiran. You can't be aggressive, or you can't be disloyal to Kiran. So she's like, make up your mind, and once you made up your mind, you gotta be the man that you should be. So she's a very strong woman in the family as well. So on Kiran's side, they don't know anything about Saif's conflict, essentially. And the best character in this drama is Mamu. And this is the same Mamu Jan. I don't know if you know, his name is Sohail Samir. He's the same Mamu Jan from Aish Ke Jaan. Aish Ke Junoon. He's playing a Mamujan here as well. And he's from UK, and he's a very, very progressive guy. There's one point he's like, if you don't want to get married now, you tell your father that you want to pursue a career and you don't want to get married. There's no need for you to get married. So obviously he gets like, the dad doesn't listen to any of his reasoning. And the girls are also like, whatever dad says. So Kiran, who's Sohail bro, she doesn't put up a fight for herself. But Mamujan is constantly, supporting her and pushing her in the right direction, but it's not working out. And then there's one point where he takes her to her university. She wanted to distribute her invitations to her friends, and that's where they meet Ali Raza's character, Moise. So it's shown that Moise was somebody who was her classmate, and he was always in love with her, although he never shared it with her. And that one instance that Mamujan meets Moise, and when she's distributing the cards, he realizes this, and he tells her that, itna acha ladka tha, why did you leave him and then want to marry someone like Saif? And she's like, what are you talking about? There's nothing like that, But but that's the only introduction we have so far to Ali Raza's character, that we know that he was in love with her, and he's very disappointed that she's moved on. And in that meeting, that the little brief meeting, he questions her that, why are you getting married? I thought you always wanted to have a career. Yes, so then that's where Mamujan is like, that this guy knows you so well, and he knows what your aspirations are, and looks like he would have supported you with this. Why didn't you like, go with him as opposed to like agreeing to whoever your family has picked? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know anything about this guy, and I don't even know if he had feelings for me. He never shared it. And anyways, this is a moot point because it's all decided, and I'm happy because my parents had chosen him.
Acha.
So cut to, they get married, and but her in-laws love her, including the sister-in-law, but the husband himself is very upset with her, and he dislikes the fact that he was forced to marry her. So he dislikes her, and even in the wedding night, he gets physically abusive with her. So yeah, so that
That's
fact is.
Qadri, right?
That's Firoz Qadri, yeah. And he's shown as this guy who's like, keeps changing his mind. Like at one point, he's very soft with her. Then he quickly realizes he's at fault and becomes soft with her. But then, as soon as but he's still in touch with his ex-girlfriend. And so whenever his ex-girlfriend calls, he gets very upset and gets abusive with her. With Kiran, and the family comes to know about this. When he abuses her on her wedding night, the next morning the sister-in-law discovers it, and she gives her own brother a good piece of her mind, and she's very upset that her brother is acting like this. And the entire family supports Kiran and keeps, telling their own son that you have to fix your ways and you have to forget this other girl. But he's not able to come out of it. And every time that girl is mentioned, he becomes physically abusive and verbally abusive with Kiran.
Okay.
And gradually the parents are also getting like, and so Kiran's side of the family also starts discovering this. And because Kiran starts sharing with them, sometimes they discover her abuse, her scars and all, and questions her, and she shares it with them. And when they come to know about it, Bamujan is obviously on fire that I'm going to, put an end to this. I'm going to confront Firoz, like the Saif, and I'm going to, tell him to fix his ways. But everybody else is like, you're going to break her family. You're going to upset her marriage. Don't even do that. Shut up and sit down. लड़कियों के साथ ऐसा होता है, लड़कियों को मान लेना पड़ता है. And but this Mamu is like, I refuse to accept this, right? कि ऐसा होना चाहिए, होता है and होना चाहिए and accept करना चाहिए. And gradually you keep seeing that कि her family is also saying कि like, within the, behind the doors जो होता है between you and your husband, don't share it with others. And so the in-laws also convince her, okay, don't share it with your side of the family. They'll get upset, and things like this happen. And eventually, it settles down. Don't worry. And but when she comes to know that she also discovers that he is still in touch with his ex-girlfriend, and she's upset about that. And she tells her family that, he's still in love with this girl, the girl, and then that's why he doesn't like me. So they are like, ये भी shut down कर दो, वो कुछ ऐसा नहीं है, like, अपने आप चला जाएगा ये भूत सर से, don't worry about it. The only person who supports her is Mamujan. But then it's weird, like they're just married, it's been a month or so, and he is in this abusive relationship with her husband, but it's shown that she is pregnant. So everybody's like, how did this happen? When your husband clearly tells you that I hate you, I dislike you, and he's abusive, where do you get to this point that you're pregnant, right?
No, you can't. People, like abusive women always get pregnant. Like why? I mean, they obviously had sex.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, right? It was an act of physical abuse. Yeah, it was part of physical abuse, maybe.
Like, with the narcissistic personality, that's what they are. Like, they'll abuse you and then they'll come back and then they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they'll have sex and,
Yeah, potentially, yes.
I mean, yeah, like it happens all the time in the world.
Yeah, and then the whole family is very happy that, oh, she's pregnant and now everything's going to settle down, And they assume that
that's a mistake by a lot of people, like, oh, बच्चा पैदा कर लो, अच्छा सही हो जाएगा.
सही हो जाएगा, and they also assume that, okay, things have normalized between this couple, that's why they're having a kid.
And sometimes it does happen. Sometimes actually, like,
yeah. So I suppose nobody's at fault here, but only Kiran is able to not understand what's going on with her life. She's young, she's already pregnant with a child, and the husband is upset that she's pregnant. Right? So he's like, because he is answerable to his girlfriend, and how can he? So he's hiding everything from his girlfriend.
I mean, why is he upset? Like, he's the one who did it, man.
Yes, exactly. I mean, he's this
it could not have happened without you, dude.
Yeah, he's this very complicated character, and every time he abuses her and she cries, the sister-in-law comes in and she protects her and she gives a good piece of her mind to her brother. And he goes and he contemplates and he's feeling bad about what he's done. And he comes and says sorry and things like that. But in the next moment, again, he's upset about, with his girlfriend and takes it out on her. So this is the cycle that she's in this vicious cycle. And she knows that he's not happy about being a father either. And Mamujan is like, you have to fight for yourself. So Mamujan is counseling her that you have to fight for yourself. But he has to go back to UK because that's where he belongs. And
that's where he belongs. What does that mean?
Because that's where his house is. So
that's where he belongs. So he has to go back.
He has to go back
to his place, hideout.
to his. I think we probably they will probably like take him out of the show because I feel like he's hinted many times that he may not be there for long, kind of thing. One great thing they show is that Mamujan has a property in Pakistan where this family lives. Like Kiran and her mom and everybody lives in that property. And what we came to know is that that's Mamujan's property from her parental property, and then he has allowed this family to live in that house for years without even collecting rent from them. Because he loves his sister so much, and the sister also loves her brother a lot. So before he's about to leave for UK after the wedding. So before he leaves, he hands over that property to his sister. And he tells that I wanted to empower you. And he tells her in front of her husband, I wanted to empower you with this because I don't want you. Nobody can ever take the roof out from your head. So
Achha.
that's one example of how, woman empowerment from her family, right? And then
Yeah.
and so he's the voice of reason and the progressive person in this whole drama so far. And so
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of counsels her, and gradually you see Kiran is picking up for herself. So that's where we are right now. But
Uh-huh.
we are yet to see, how Ali Raza comes to the story and what happens. We are yet to see that. In terms of whether I recommend it or not, yet to see. I want to see how Kiran finds her voice and speaks up for herself and confronts her abusive
For now,
husband.
is it a like up till now, is it an interesting watch?
I wouldn't say interesting, because the story has been played on so much, right?
But you watched it.
I watched it for two reasons. So Hayali Abro is excellent.
Hmm.
Her performance is like excellent. She makes you feel for her so much. And the character of Mamujan is very well written. It's a word of, progressive person, how they perceive world and how they, create a better society around them. So his messaging is very beautiful. So those are the two reasons I continue to watch the show. And then there's the sister-in-law on Kiran's sister-in-law, who's also like a powerful woman in the family, who's not who's picking up for Kiran against her own brother constantly. And her own husband is telling, tone it down. You're very aggressive with your own brother. She's like, this is not acceptable. And
Hmm.
she's constantly supporting Kiran against her brother, which is again being perceived as intrusion in our family. Her brother says कि तुम हर बार मेरे हमारे दोनों के बीच में क्यों आ जाते हो? But then the point is that if you're living in the same house, you're seeing another person getting abused. How can you not step in as
Yeah,
a
of course.
woman, right? So, and if you do, then it's perceived as an intrusion in their life, which
No,
is,
it's not because you know what? It's happening in front of my eyes, and I have to like watch it. So why should I be watching it?
yes, exactly. And she's like, I'm not accepting this. You cannot do
Hmm.
this. This is, tum
So
insan ho ya monster.
So something like this like happened in the other one too that I'm watching, Meri Tanhai. Like, you know the girl that Azan is engaged with.
Mm-hmm.
He like his her. So they basically show like a flashback of her mom and her dad. Like her mom, like her dad was kind of like kind of like aggressive and abusive towards his wife, big for having girls. And now you see him as like adoring his girls, and he's like मैं अपनी बेटी की शादी कैसे करूं, मेरे मुझसे दूर हो जाएगी. And at that time in life, like he was abusing her for not having a boy, for having a third child, a third girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So and then she thinks to herself, okay, like how much she has changed from that to this.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, some men are very complicated, right? That this father of hers, Kiran's father, he's like, he wants all his kids to study and study well, and so all his daughters are college bound.
Mm-hmm.
One is graduating with degree, and others are college bound. But at the same time, he doesn't want them to work. They just want them to get married in a good house, and that's it.
Get educated, like yeah.
Yeah.
There are like certain like personality, like there are characters all like that all the time, like very complicated like father characters, father figures.
Right.
So
And when he comes to know that, he's having an extramarital affair, his son-in-law, then everybody is upset, right? Kiran's side of the family, everybody is upset that you have to talk to your son-in-law. And he goes like, sab ladkon ko hota hai extramarital. They calm down. And then he tells his own wife that, remember, mera bhi tha. And he's like, yeah, right. Well, thank you.
मेरा भी था, मैंने भी छोड़ दिया था उसको.
हाँ, तुम्हारे साथ शादी के बाद मैंने सोचा भी नहीं उसके बारे में, right? So ऐसा
And
होता
that
है.
happens too. Like people have like affairs before marriage.
Right. So it's not nobody's taking Kiran's situation very seriously. And you are,
शादी से पहले बहुत लोगों के होते हैं, right? Affairs. I mean, yeah, like having an affair when you're married, that's different.
yeah, and that's what the sister-in-law says, that जब तक तुमने डिसाइड किया था शादी करने को, फॉर वट एवर रीजन, तुम्हारी मॉम ने ब्लैकमेल किया, डैड ने ब्लैकमेल किया, whatever your reasons were to get married to Kiran, now Kiran is your wife. You have,
Exactly. Like,
you have
it's
to
really
be.
easy to blame others, for
Yes.
your own mistakes.
Right, exactly. तुम जाके extramarital चलाए जा रहे हो, and then and Kiran पे abuse किए जा रहे हो. So that's unacceptable. You're a monster. So her own
Well,
sister
I
kind
mean,
of.
people like, human beings, like we love like putting the blame on someone else.
Right,
Because
exactly.
it is easier on yourself. Like you don't then you can say, okay, then you're guilt free. Then you're just like, you know what? Because I did it because somebody else forced me to do. No, dude, no. Like
No, exactly.
nobody can nobody can force you. Okay,
Right.
unless
Your
like you're
decision.
like a girl like living in like a rural area in somewhere in the world, and like you're like trafficked, kidnapped. That's different. Like,
Right.
but I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and this guy is like, जब वो गुस्सा हो जाता है, he tells us things like कि तुमने अपना शक्ल देखी, ये शक्ल लेके तुम कैसे मेरे माँ बाप को, भाग गई, मुझे नहीं समझ में आता. He's very abusive, like emotionally abusive. And Kiran was apparently a university topper, and then he's like, तो क्या 2-3 तुमने award ले लिया तो क्या तीर मार दिया, this kind of thing.
That's like classic toxic personality, like narcissistic personality, where you just like put down everything that your significant other does,
Exactly.
in order to like make them feel that they're worthless.
They're worthless. And Kiran is going into this zone now, like, I'm not good looking. मेरा पढ़ाई वढ़ाई तो इतना कुछ
Yeah,
खराब. Even when
but
she
that's what we
becomes,
do. Like this is classic.
right, and even when she's excited that she's about to have a baby, and she goes to him that I have a news to share, and he's like, क्या तीर मार लिया तुमने, ऐसे बोल रहे हो ऐसे तुमने बहुत बड़ा तीर मार लिया, माँ बन रहे हो. So it's like, and so she's like, traumatized, and she doesn't know whom to go to for help. She sought help from her own family, and her family was willing to help. And then that was considered to be an intrusion, and society kept telling her, like, घर की बात बाहर नहीं किया करते, and your family is now bahar wala. So she is so conflicted, and she's very young, right? So she's so conflicted in her mind. And I want to see how she discovers herself and comes out of it.
Tea,
Otherwise,
tea, tea.
showing it. So yeah. So I would say maybe a few more episodes before I really recommend the show.
Acha. So, Meri Tanhai, I'm just looking it up. It's written by Shazia Atta, and script supervision Farhat Ishtiyaq.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was supervised by her, by Farhat Ishtiyaq.
Oh, okay. So that it
Yeah.
looks like they have this mentor and staff relationship going on in the.
I guess they have these like programs, which is good. You need this. You need a mentor, like when you're writing scripts, because it is different from writing a novel.
Right, exact. And which channel is this on?
It's on Hum.
That's why, right? Yeah, they have this. Okay, great. Awesome.
Like internship programs.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Very good thing.
It is for sure. Yeah. So, I mean, I recommend Meri Tanhai. I like it.
Okay, I'll give it a go then.
Yeah, and I'll try to watch Dastak too.
Yeah, you can watch it in passing maybe. The treatment is good because it's Marina Khan. So that I just didn't like the fact that they made her pregnant so fast and so quickly. But okay, I mean, they might have reason to do that to tell the story further, probably. Okay. All right. So that's the wrap.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap. It's been a long time. So let's do this. Yeah, inshallah, we're gonna be back with another episode of Drama Log with another review. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you later. Stay warm.
Yes, and please let us know how you're liking the audio reviews, and leave your comments for us. If you're having any challenges, also let us know. You can always reach out to our email addresses or in our Instagram page.
Yeah, we're looking forward to hearing from you. And please let us know if you like these audios or you want videos. Please say audios are okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we'll see you later then.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Bye. Allah Hafiz.